Let me guess. You've got goals, tasks, maybe even a whole to-do list waiting for you, but somehow hours go by and you're still stuck scrolling. You want to be productive. You want to finish that task, but your brain keeps saying, later. Don't worry, you're not lazy, you're just caught in the procrastination trap. In this video, I'm going to share 7 practical steps, backed by science and psychology, that actually help you break free from procrastination. These are methods anyone can use, starting today. Step 1, don't wait to feel ready. Let me tell you something that completely changed how I approach work. Most people think motivation comes before action, like I'll start once I feel ready. But science says the opposite. Research from Dr. Timothy Cycle shows that action actually creates motivation. Think about it, how many times have you dreaded starting something, but once you got going, it wasn't that bad? So now, instead of waiting for the perfect mood or mindset, I follow the 2-minute rule. I tell myself, just do it for 2 minutes. Open the laptop, write 1 line. It's not about doing the whole task, just getting past that mental wall. And 90% of the time, those 2 minutes turn into 20. Because once I start, momentum kicks in. So stop waiting to feel ready. Just begin, imperfectly, awkwardly, lazily if you must. Because getting started is the real secret to getting it done. Start badly, start small, just start. Your brain will follow. Step 2, make your deadlines feel real. You ever notice how we never miss deadlines at work or school? But when it comes to our personal goals, we keep pushing them. It's not because we don't care. It's because no one's watching. Psychologists call this the accountability gap. When there's no pressure, our brain treats the task like a maybe instead of a must. So here's what I started doing. I created accountability triggers. I'd message a friend and say, I'm sending this to you by 5 p.m. Don't let me off the hook. Sometimes I'd even post a public story like, finishing a video draft today, hold me to it. Even setting a 30-minute timer and saying it out loud gives your brain a signal. This is not optional. This is happening. Suddenly, the task feels more serious, more real. And that little pressure boost, it's exactly what I needed to take action. So if you're struggling to follow through on your own deadlines, don't keep it private, make it public, make it real. Step 3, declutter your space. You might not realize it, but your environment is constantly talking to your brain. That messy desk, those open tabs, that buzzing phone on the side, they're not just harmless background, they're mental noise. In fact, a study from Princeton Neuroscience Institute showed that visual clutter competes for your attention, making it harder to concentrate, even if you think you're used to it. So what did I do? I made decluttering part of my startup routine. Before I begin any task, I spend 2 minutes doing this. I clear my desk, everything except what I need for the task. I close all unrelated tabs, and I put my phone out of sight, sometimes even in another room. I also make sure there's only one thing in front of me. No overlapping notes, no multitasking, just one task, one focus. It's such a simple shift, but it creates this instant mental clarity. I feel calmer, more in control, and my brain stops jumping from thing to thing. Clean space, clear mind. Seriously, before trying another productivity hack, just tidy up your environment. You'll be surprised how much lighter your brain feels. Step 4, break it down. Like, tiny. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by a big task? Like when you see something huge, such as write a report, and suddenly your brain just freezes? That's because your mind is staring at the entire mountain instead of the small steps needed to climb it. Big tasks look scary because they seem impossible to finish all at once. The secret is to shrink the task into tiny, manageable pieces. Instead of write a report, start with something super simple like open Google Docs. Then the next step could be write 1 sentence. Maybe after that, write 1 more sentence. These tiny actions are called starter steps, small moves that are easy to do and don't trigger your brain's resistance. When you take these tiny steps, you create momentum. Each small win builds your confidence and pushes you forward, making the next step feel easier. Before you know it, that overwhelming report is actually coming together, bit by bit. So remember, don't try to tackle the whole thing at once. Just focus on the tiniest first step and watch how your brain starts cooperating. Step 5, replace distraction with dopamine. Procrastination isn't about being lazy or weak. It's about your brain chasing quick hits of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Distractions like doom scrolling through social media or binge watching random videos give you easy dopamine instantly. That's why it's so tempting to avoid work and get stuck in those habits. But here's the game changer. Instead of letting distractions control you, learn to manage your dopamine in a way that helps your focus. One of the best tools for this is the Pomodoro technique. Work hard for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. It's simple but powerful. During your breaks, swap doom scrolling with healthier dopamine boosters. Stretch your body, take a quick walk outside, or watch one YouTube short that genuinely makes you happy or inspires you. These little resets give your brain a quick dopamine hit without pulling you into a long distraction. When you take control of your dopamine, you take control of your focus. Suddenly, working feels more doable, and procrastination loses its grip. Step 6. Upgrade your self-talk. The way you talk to yourself shapes how you behave. If you keep saying things like, "I'm so lazy," or "I never get things done," your brain starts to believe it and acts that way. Negative self-talk creates a cycle where you expect failure, and then you live it. But here's the good news. You can flip the script. Start with small shifts in your inner dialogue. Instead of saying, "I'm lazy," try, "I'm learning to stay consistent," or "I show up even when I don't feel like it." These aren't lies, they're reminders of who you're becoming. In fact, research from the University of Michigan shows that positive identity-based affirmations, telling yourself you are the kind of person who takes action, actually increases your chances of following through. So talk to yourself like someone worth believing in, because when you do, you're more likely to act like that person too. Step 7. Focus on just one win a day. You don't need to crush your entire to-do list. You don't have to win the whole week. All you need is one small win today. That's it. Maybe it's sending that one email you've been putting off, writing just one paragraph, starting a short workout. When you aim for just one win, you take the pressure off. And guess what? That small action creates momentum, and momentum is powerful. Because once you get moving, the next step feels easier, and suddenly procrastination starts to fade. One win leads to another, so don't stress about doing everything. Just focus on one win today. That's how progress starts. So the next time procrastination pulls you in, remember, you're not lazy, you're human, but you've now got tools. If even one of these steps helped you, let me know in the comments. And if you want more videos on self-development, productivity, and real tools that actually work, hit that subscribe button and let's grow together. See you in the next one.